So welcome back, everyone. I'm excited about bringing on my next guest. We're live on Facebook, so hi to everybody out there. Like us and follow us. We'll share the show later on. You know, gold and silver has been in the news a lot. We just heard my next guest's ad, and I have with me Wes Peters. He's a CEO of Gold Wealth Management. He's also an author of several books. Welcome to the show. I want, first of all, for you to tell everybody a little bit about yourself, what you do, and why you're so passionate about what you do.
Right, great. Well, thank you, Carol, and thank you for having me this morning. My name is Wes Peters, and I am the CEO of Gold Wealth Management. And just a little bit of my background. I grew up in North Phoenix. Right out of high school, I went in the Marine Corps. Spent 8 years in the Marine Corps as a aircraft mechanic on fighter jets. Right after 8 years in the service, I went back to school. I got all my securities and insurance licenses, and did financial planning for about 10 years, sitting down with families, helping them get on track for retirement, put their kids through college, get out of debt faster, those types of strategies. And 18, 19 years ago, I got into the precious metals industry. And what I love about what I do now is I get to sit down with families and help them put together strategies to diversify their portfolios, get some of their hard-earned money outside the traditional banking system, which is rapidly changing, and into physical gold and silver. And when they get into precious metals, not only are they getting their money out of the banking system, but they're getting their money out of the US dollar as well, which one day is going to, be replaced with a digital currency. So we practice the same values I learned in the Marine Corps: honor, courage, commitment, service to others. We take a zero pressure educational approach, showing people how they can get some of their savings and their retirement funds outside the traditional system.
Well, you have a book that you've written. It's called The Digital Frontier. Let's talk a little bit about it, because it goes along with what we're going to talk about today.
Right, exactly. Like I mentioned, our banking system as we know it is changing. Back on July 18th, Donald Trump signed the Genius Bill into law. And that Genius Bill, which a lot of people have no clue that this has actually happened, this allows financial institutions and banks to tokenize our money and to use stable coins, which is a programmable digital token that can be turned on and off. They can control what you can buy. Down the road, if they have a carbon footprint score, your carbon footprint's out of line, you got to pay a carbon tax, because once we go to a digital system like this, all privacy is lost. They're going to know if you're a conservative, a liberal, a Catholic, because all your transactions are on the grid, exposed on a ledger. My clients that have taken some of their hard-earned money and invested it in physical gold and silver, it's sitting off on the sidelines. Nobody knows about it. You can buy gold and silver that when you buy it, I don't need to know anything about you. I don't need a social security number, date of birth. Better yet, let's say you hold that metal for 4, 5, 10 years, and you sell it. There's metals that when I buy it back from you, no matter how much profit you've made, I don't need any of your personal information whatsoever. I'm not required to generate a 1099. All I need to know is where do you want the check sent?
I have a question. Is it physical?
It is
gold?
Physical metal in their possession.
Okay, that's important.
They send us money, we send the client the physical gold and silver, they keep in a safe place. If they need recommendations on storage, we can help with that. The only, with precious metals IRAs, I cannot send the metal to the client because that would be considered a distribution. But we do not hold the metal. There's a storage facility, a private storage facility that's a mini Fort Knox. They carry $1 billion per incident insurance policy. So if that place burns to the ground or gets robbed, their metal, they'll get a check to replace that physical metal. And at any time, they could request that gold and silver be shipped to them from the IRA, but that would be considered a distribution.
Well, we have our lines open here for everyone to get the book. It's called The Digital Frontier. It's about our banking system that's eventually going to totally go digital, which means our privacy. I think that's what you're wanting to get out the most here, is that your privacy will be lost. So our number here is 602-277-5369, and toll free it's 1-866-536-1100. You have a seminar that's coming up. okay? I want you to tell everybody a little bit about it, and I want everyone to keep on calling throughout the rest of the show to get this book, because you know what, it's just information. It's information, and information gives you power. Go ahead.
Absolutely. We are all about education. That's why we have all of these resources available. We encourage people to do their due diligence, to do their homework. We provide information, we answer questions, and people have to make a decision. Is this right for my family and I? And if so, I know Gold Wealth Management can do an outstanding job helping you privatize and protect your savings as well as your retirement funds. That's why we're having a seminar this Saturday, November 1st at the Wigwam Resort in Litchfield Park. It's at 10 a.m. Will be done by 11:30. So we're going to be sharing information about why people should get some of their money outside the traditional banking system in US dollar. Because if the why doesn't make sense, the how to do it, there's no sense in going into that. And we explain everything someone needs to know. People don't know the right questions to ask when it comes to investing in gold and silver. We have full disclosure. We're going to cover everything from A to Z. So it's a Precious Metals Investing 101 seminar this Saturday at the Wigwam Resort at 10 a.m. Seats are limited. We're getting pretty full. So if people wanted to RSVP and reserve a seat, we'll be glad to hold those seats for people to get some information.
You can register on his website, which is goldwealthmanagement.com. You can also call them. Do you do free consultations, or how does that work?
Well, we do. We do free portfolio reviews. We sit down with people in their home, in our office, over the phone. We don't just do business here locally, we do business across the country. So again, we're more than happy to sit down with people and answer their questions.
So, and if somebody's just getting into it, is that okay too?
Absolutely.
There's a lot of people that right now that are listening that maybe they don't even know where to start.
Right.
But you have to learn about it, you have to be educated.
Yep, and we have no minimum with private purchases. I have clients that they spend $200 every quarter and buy silver. I have a client that I talked to last week. I think we did his 80th purchase, and the largest purchase he ever did was $4,000, and now he's accumulated a nice portfolio of silver. And
But
some
he
gold.
does it over time.
Correct.
And so there's no minimums. You can check him out again. It's goldwealthmanagement.com. You can see that you can register there for the event that's happening Saturday, November 1st at 10 a.m. at the Wigwam in Litchfield Park. You can also call them. Their phone number is 623-640-5911. Also, we've got our lines open here for the book for everybody to get entered into win, which is the Digital Frontier. Again, our number here is 602-277-5369, and toll free is 1-866-536-1100. And I'm going to let everyone call throughout the rest of the show for it. I think that everybody should get educated on this. Number one, this is my thought about diversification. A little bit of it somewhere, a little bit everywhere, right?
Right, and one of the big things that we battle, Carol, is people that have financial advisors and stockbrokers. There are some really good ones out there, but a lot of them tell their clients they're crazy to think about investing in physical gold and silver. And there's two reasons for that. When your broker advisor hears you talk about buying gold and silver, that means one of two things to them. You have more money you could be giving them to invest, or they're thinking about taking some of the money I currently manage for them and moving elsewhere.
Mm-hmm.
And we believe in diversification. Use stocks, bonds, mutual funds, and real estate to make money. Gold and silver is your buy and hold strategy. It's your insurance policy, your backup plan. And with that said, so far this year, gold and silver have far outperformed the S&P 500, the Dow, the NASDAQ by more than double. And I say that, I hesitate to say that because people think, I missed the boat. You have not missed the boat. Gold and silver are going higher for a number of different reasons, which we're going to discuss at the seminar. We don't have time to do it today, but we'll be happy to cover all of that.
Now, you do free portfolio reviews. You also just do, for anybody that's new into this, second opinions for people, obviously, to talk to them a little bit about maybe what you have, right?
Yep, absolutely. Yeah.
And, I think, go to the seminar and call in here for the book. So the seminar is going to be Saturday, November 1st at 10 a.m. at the Wigwam in Litchfield Park. You can check him out and register online at his website, which is goldwealthmanagement.com. You can also call them. Their phone number is 623-640-5911. And we've got our lines open here for everyone to get this book. It's called The Digital Frontier. It's all about our banking system that is eventually going to go totally digital, which means that our privacy may be lost. And I think that is something that you have really, you kind of have a passion about our privacy. It means a lot to you.
Absolutely.
It should mean a lot to everybody.
Absolutely. And, just real quick, another thing, I mean, people are dumping the dollar around the world. BRICS nations are dumping the dollar. I could go on and on. The things that are happening that people need to wake up and understand that you have to have some of your hard-earned money in physical gold and silver. And hopefully we can convey that at the seminar on Saturday.
Or right here.
Yeah.
And also, they have no minimums, which is really nice, so that you can start off small.
Yep.
And you can build, or you can do what works for you.
I will say that
Physical gold.
physical
I
metal,
wanna make
bars,
that sure.
coins, and we explain all the products, and the client tells us what makes the most sense to them. For my family and my situation, I think these products would be best for me. A lot of companies out there, and I'm not here to bad talk companies, but what a lot of companies do is when you get on board with wanting to buy gold and silver, they want to be the expert and tell you what to buy.
How long have you been doing what you do?
Almost 19 years now.
So 19 years in the business. I think he knows what he's talking about. Check him out on his website. It's goldwealthmanagement.com. Don't forget, Saturday, November 1st at 10 a.m. at the Wigwam and Litchfield Park. Check it out. It's free.